Hey, welcome back to my Teaching Backstage series. I hope you have been waiting for this new episode as I have gathered more secrets and I can't wait to share them. But first, make sure that you are subscribed. So, in my previous videos, I focused on some hard skills in teaching, lesson preparation, teaching tools, but that's only half of a story. Being a teacher is about top-notch communication skills. And today I'm opening this chamber of secrets and soft skills. Let's start at the beginning. I have always been talkative, but I never loved being among people all the time. I recharge my batteries in silence, not through socializing. But yet most of my classmates predicted that I would work with people, that I would be a teacher, just because of my knack for explaining everything. From that video you might remember that I hated this idea, but here I am. So now as a teacher, I understand how important it is to be sociable, talkative, and even a bit inspirational. Sometimes the way you present the topic and motivate your students matters more than just excellent knowledge of the subject. Let's be honest, you wouldn't study even your favorite topic or favorite subject with boring and shy teacher, would you? I don't think so. And that's when I realized that teaching is a bit like acting. I'm not talking about cracking jokes like at stand-up or performing like a drama star. No, it's a bit different in my interpretation. Check these comments from my Green Forest students after the end of the course. Really energetic in the morning, her energy comes through the screen, motivation for the whole day afterward. What if I tell you that I hate mornings? I'm a perfect example of a night owl. I can plan my lessons faster at night. I can brainstorm better ideas when everyone is already asleep, and darkness somehow fuels my brain. So how is it possible to get so many glowing comments with zero morning energy? That's what I mean by acting. I may not be energetic, but I can act like I am. I may not like a topic I'm teaching, but I can pretend to. That's why I consider teachers really good actors and actresses. Sometimes pretending is necessary for effective communication. For example, no matter how tired, furious, or depressed I am, I will never show it to my students. My teacher once told me to leave all my personal issues at the door because students don't want to see us in a bad mood. And it's interesting, but it's quite hard to act normal when your life is just falling apart. So there have been several lessons when my acting skills simply weren't enough to hide my real mood and transform me into that motivational and cheerful teacher. And now this might spark some debate, because you could ask, and some teachers would definitely ask, why hide your real personality? We're all human beings with our own mistakes, our own struggles. I partially agree, but would you like to have a teacher who's angry and sad because of their personal life? I'd rather have a day off than burden students with my grim face. And I'm not ashamed to admit that, yes, I ask sometimes for a substitute for my online lessons when I'm not just sick, but when I have no power to act and hide my real mood. And I think that's perfectly normal. But at the same time, you have to be really careful with these acting skills, because many people see me cheerful and energetic at the lessons and they assume I'm the same person in real life. Spoiler alert, I'm a total drama queen off stage. Sorry, guys. And sometimes that caused some troubles. For example, once I disappointed my student because I was talkative and outgoing at the lesson, and then when we met offline, I was shy and silent. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was afraid of something. Maybe I didn't want to seem intrusive. Plenty of ideas. But that's not the story again. So, acting. Acting is a crucial thing I rely on, but it's not the only thing, not the only skill I need. Diplomacy is essential too. I never argue with my students, I never have conflicts with them, even if their opinions completely clash with mine. But other students may not put up with the ideas of each other, and that's when I need to step in as kind of a judge just to calm things down. I remind them that we're all different, and that's the beauty of humanity, and every opinion deserves respect. And speaking of students' opinion, I have one more rule. It's never to impose my own beliefs and preferences on them. We're all different. I'm here just like observer. I'm not performing here and talking about my views on something. I need to guide them through this teaching process. That's why I need to stay fair and impartial, and I think that's a key skill, especially while checking their writing and speaking. Overall, I rarely have issues with my students, and I believe that's also possible because of my friendly approach. I know boundaries and rapport, I'm still their teacher, but I can't help making friends with them. I believe that when they trust me and when they see me as their friend, not just their instructor, our learning outcomes improve. But still, boundaries stay. We use formal form of address, I'm really strict and I expect all the requirements to be met, but we can share memes with each other, we can have small chats before, after, or even during the lesson, we can laugh together and still get the work done. Who says that studying can be fun? Also, I love staying in touch with my students after the end of the course. They can join my speaking clubs, we follow each other on Instagram, and as you heard, I have even met some of them in real life. But as I work with adults online, I have a golden rule here. Never fall in love with your students or even have a crush on them. Nope, never. Been there, done there, never again. But these are the soft skills I meant, basically. And let's be real, when the motivation is gone, all this acting, pretending, diplomacy, friendship can just flop. I can fake energy, but I can't fake motivation. I know, nature can help, music, a breath of fresh air, change of scenery, yes, it works. But I have a less obvious trick. I reread comments, messages, and feedback from my students, not to boost my self-esteem, just to remind myself that my work matters, that I can make a difference and I can help people. Yes, teaching may not make you rich, but that is the way to change the world. And I'm ready to make this difference, to make these changes, sometimes with English, sometimes with Spanish, sometimes with my good mood, sometimes with my acting. And I'm thrilled that I have found its magical formula. 50% of hard skills, language skills, and 50% of soft skills I have just told you about. And I know that this approach is tricky but interesting, so it may spark some debates, it may seem interesting, or it may not appeal to you at all. That's the beauty of it, as I say. But thank you a lot for watching this video, and I want to say a huge thank you to my students. I know that you're watching this. So seeing you respond to this approach makes me so excited and motivated. I see that it works, I see that we improve each other, and we can still build a friendly atmosphere. So thank you a lot for your work, and thank you all for watching this video till the end. I truly appreciate it, and I hope I will be back soon with a new video with more secrets. Thank you.